What's up, YouTube? Thomas L here with Aladdin hitting theirs this week. Since the film, of course, features stars Will Smith as the genie, I decided to do my top 10 favorite Will Smith movies. I mean, he's been like a rapper, he's an actor, he of course got his big break on the show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and since then he became a massive movie star, and he's a really good actor, and so, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite Will Smith films. Coming in at number 10 is I, Robot. Now, this movie takes place in 2035, and it's about highly intelligent robots who fill public servant positions throughout the world, and operating under three rules to keep humans safe. And so, you got Will Smith as a detective, Del Spooner, who investigates the alleged suicide of U.S. robotic founder, Alfred Lanley, played by James Cromwell, and he believes that a human-like robot, played by Alan Tudyk, murdered him. So, with the help of a robot expert, played by Bridget Monahan, Spooner discovers a conspiracy that may enslave the human race as we know it. This is a pretty decent film. I mean, I really liked iRobot. It's loads of fun. It's cool. It has some cool visual effects. The movie got released in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty fun. Will Smith was cool. The effects, the robots all looked realistic. Yeah, iRobot's definitely a real interesting film worth checking out. And you also had Bruce Greenwood in this. The movie, by the way, was directed by Alex Proyas, who also did The Crow, and he also did the Gods of Egypt film. But iRobot's a really good sci-fi film. If you guys never seen it, give it a go. And do you know we never got around to see a sequel to this? Because I would love to have seen another iRobot film. Alright, coming in at number 9 is going to be controversial, and I don't care. My number 9 favorite is Suicide Squad. Will Smith as Deadshot was just awesome. I really liked Will Smith's Deadshot. He played the role really well. He had good interaction with the other cast members, like Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, Boomerang. Of course, he had the Joker in this, which I meant the Joker was a little wasted here. I actually like the Joker in this, by the way. I know there's lots of people who poo-poo on Jared Leto's Joker performance. I thought Jared Leto was a really good Joker. Was he as good as Heath Ledger's Joker? Of course not, but he was still pretty decent in his parts. And the movie was directed by David Ayer, who did a great job at directing. I really had fun with this. The movie also had lots of humor in it as well. I really enjoyed Suicide Squad. It's not really my favorite Will Smith movie, which is kind of why it's my number 9 favorite. But it's still a pretty decent film, and yep, I'm still hoping we'll probably see Deadshot again in the near future. I mean, I know there was talk that Idris Elba was going to replace Will Smith, but now looks like that's not the case, so I'm pretty sure we're probably going to see Will Smith play the role again, because it'll be interesting to see. Coming in at number 8 is Ali. Now, this movie, of course, was about a famed boxer, Muhammad Ali, and it starred Will Smith as the role. And the movie was also directed by Michael Mann, who did a great job of directing. Jamie Foxx was in this. And I thought Will Smith as Ali was great casting. He played the role of Ali really well. His Will Smith's real-life wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, was also in this. You also had Jon Voight, Giancarlo Esposito, Jeffrey Wright was in this, Mario Van Peebles. They really went in depth on who Muhammad Ali was and his life and his career, inside the ring and outside the ring. It's a really good film. If you guys never had a chance to check out Ali, give it a go. It's really decent. Alright, coming in at number 7 is Hitch. Now, here Will Smith plays a dating coach named Alex Hitchens, and he mentors a bumbling client named Albert, played by Kevin James, who wants to win the heart of a beautiful woman, played by Amber Valletta. And he's pretty much like he's pretty much a love coach guy, if you want to look at it that way. And also you got Ava Mendes in this. She was pretty good in her part. I really liked the chemistry between both Will Smith and Kevin James. They were both really great in this film. The movie got released in 2005. I really enjoyed Hitch. I really found this movie to be cute. It was charming. It was funny. It had lots of heart in it. And yeah, it's a shame we never really got to see a sequel to this as well, because I would love to have seen another Hitch. But if you guys never seen the first Hitch, do yourself a favor, give it a go. It's another Will Smith movie worth checking out. Coming in at number 6 is Hancock. Now here, Will Smith pretty much plays a drunk superhero named Hancock. And, I mean, this is not, like, Hancock is not at all based on a comic book. It's an original superhero film, which I think is always usually cool to see, like, an original superhero film for a change instead of, like, just films based on comic books and all. And Will Smith was awesome in this. It's also really funny. It's fun. You also had Jason Bateman in this. Charlize Theron was in this film. I mean, the movie got released in 2008, and it's definitely a film that most people still talk about today. And how on earth we still never got a sequel for this still boggles my mind, because I would love to have seen another Hancock. I know there was always talks about them doing another a sequel to Hancock, but it never really went to be. But it would have been cool to see Will Smith play this role again, because I mean, it turns like 11 this year, and shame we still never got a sequel. But hey, the first film's still the best. Alright, coming in at number 5 is The Pursuit of Happiness. Now here, Will Smith plays a struggling single father named Chris Garner, who's evicted from his apartment, and him and his young son, played by his real life son Jaden Smith, find themselves alone with no place to go. And so, like, even though Chris eventually lands a job as an intern at a Jettis brokerage firm, the position pays pretty much no money, and so they had to try to find to make ends meet and all. This is a really touching film. I mean, it was the film debut of Jaden Smith, who I know lots of people poo-poo on Jaden Smith's acting talents. I'm telling you guys right now, Jaden Smith is actually a really talented actor. And if you guys don't believe me, watch him in Pursuit of Happiness. Granted, he pretty much started this movie at a very young age, but I think him as Will Smith's son in this, I think it's probably one of the best performances I've seen out of a kid, and Jaden was just terrific in this. Him and, of course, his real-life dad both had great chemistry for one another. You know, this movie was really... I mean, it's crazy that this movie was based on a true story. You know, it's very touching. Like, you're going to need some tissues while you watch this. And the interaction between Will Smith and and Jaden's character was... You'll need tissues with that part, too. Like, this movie... You won't have a dry eye after seeing this film. It's really good. It's touching. If you guys never seen The Pursuit of Happiness, give it a go. Especially if you're on the edge of Jaden Smith's acting talents, because that kid is, when he wants to, that kid could be a really good actor. Like, if you guys haven't seen him in the movie Skate Kitchen, he's terrific in that. I mean, of course, Jaden Smith was in After Earth, which was not good, that good of a film. But man, when that kid wants to, he could be a really solid actor, and I think he could easily be like his dad when he gets older. Because I think he's that good of an actor. You know, Jaden Smith was also good in The Karate Kid, which Will Smith produced. Yeah, I mean, The Pursuit of Happiness really showed that kid's acting range, and yeah, if you guys never seen it, definitely give Pursuit of Happiness a shot. Alright, coming in at number 4 is I Am Legend. Now, here Will Smith plays a character named Robert Neville, who's like a brilliant scientist, and and it's pretty much the only person who living in New York City. Which, How awesome would that be if I was the only person living in New York City? Oh man, that would be the life. Being in New York City with no one around, just walking anywhere with no one around here, that will be the life. Anyway, yeah, I Am Legend is it was directed by Francis Lawrence, who also directed the last Hunger Games films. Will Smith had a cool performance in this. Of course, there was vampires in this. This whole movie is, of course, a vampire film, and it's based on a book. And not to mention Will Smith's daughter, Willow Smith, she's also in this. So Will Smith have acted with his kids loads of times before. And not to mention, I Am Legend kind of predicted Batman vs Superman. Because there's like a scene where Will Smith is walking towards Times Square. Then you see a billboard that features the Batman and Superman logo. That's kind of predicting Batman vs Superman. Anyway, yeah, Will Smith. I don't like. He was mainly the only major star in this film, and he was terrific. He really played his character really well. He also had a dog in this. Like him and the chemistry between the dog was pretty good. Yeah, this movie was also pretty intense, especially for a PG-13 film. I mean, I think the movie should have been like maybe R-rated because there's lots of intensity in this film for a PG-13 rated film. But anyway, yeah, I Am Legend is a really good one. It's a little slow at times, I admit, but it's kind of pretty fun to watch at times. And I remember hearing words that we might like. There was supposed to be talks about prequel or maybe a sequel down the line. Never happened, but I mean the film ended pretty perfectly, so I guess we don't really need a sequel. I wouldn't mind a prequel, but yeah, I Am Legend's still pretty decent though. Alright, coming in at number 3 is Bad Boys. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence playing detectives Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett. And they're pretty much a buddy cop duo right here. Movie was directed by Michael Bay. For all you Michael Bay haters, he's done other stuff outside of the Transformers movies, like Bad Boys, for instance. Bad Boys 2 was awesome. And I love the chemistry between both Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Their chemistry was really great. Tay Leone was in this. Of course, Gabrielle Union was in the sequel. Which, by the way, Gabrielle Union is starring on the Bad Boys spin-off LA's Finest, which I gotta admit, I saw 3 episodes of that. That show's actually pretty fun. So we have to see how good that show does now. But anyway, back to the movies itself. Yeah, I'm actually gonna combine just Bad Boys 1 and 2 because I enjoyed both of them. They're really fun action films. They're energetic, great chemistry around with Will Smith and Marlon Lawrence. Those two just work together perfectly. And yeah, Bad Boys is definitely awesome. And of course, coming in January, Will Smith and Marlon Lawrence are reprising their roles once again for Bad Boys for Life. Now, it should be interesting to see how good that does. But the first 2 Bad Boys films, they're the best. So I'm of course looking forward to see where Bad Boys 3 is going to go. But anyway, coming in at number 2, it's another buddy team up film with Will Smith, but this time he's teaming up with Tommy Lee Jones, and my number 2 pick is Men in Black. I mean, you got Tommy Lee Jones as Agent K and Will Smith as Agent J, who are of course providers of immigration services and regulars of all things alien on Earth. And also, I guess you could say this is another like a cop movie, but except they're like more agents than just cops. I'm actually gonna combine all 3 of the Men in Black movies because I really enjoyed all of them. The first film, was great. I mean, it's based on a comic book. Then of course we got part 2 that came around, which was pretty good, but wasn't as good as part 1. But then part 3 came around, and that I got kind of like part 3 more than part 2. I mean, in part 3 you had Josh Brolin as a young Tommy Lee Jones, so that was pretty cool to watch. But yeah, I really enjoyed the Men in Black movies. They have some really cool effects. Barry Seinfeld, Sonnenfeld. Why did I call him Seinfeld? Anyway, Barry Sonnenfeld directed lots of them. He did a great job at directing these films. Yeah, Men in Black, they aren't like great, nothing like that, but they're pretty fun to watch. And the chemistry between both Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, their chemistry are definitely really good. And not to mention, we got another Man in Black film coming out in June, which is International, which has Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. That movie looks good, but it should be interesting to see how good Hemsworth and Thompson does. Because it'll be hard to top Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones chemistries. But hey, both Thompson and Hemsworth had good chemistry in Thor Ragnarok, so I'm pretty sure they'll have good chemistry in that. Although I'm a little disappointed, we're probably not going to see Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones as these roles again, because they just work together really well. And yeah, of course, the talking pug. The pug in this is really it's probably one of my favorite talking dogs in films. It's really funny to watch. But if you guys never seen any of the Man in Black movies, do yourself a favor, check out all three of them. They're really fun to watch. Alright, my number one favorite Will Smith movie is pretty much the movie that put Will Smith on the map for most people. Although I think Bad Boys probably came out before this, but anyway. My number one favorite Will Smith movie of all time is Independence Day. Will Smith, taking down aliens in this, awesome. He punches an alien in the face. How cool is that? It's directed by Roland Emmerich, who did a great job at directing. You got Bill Pullman as the president, who gave one of the most iconic speeches of all time. You had Jeff Goldblum in this. Independence Day is a really cool... It's one of the best sci-fi movies of the 90s. It had some cool effects of that era. Will Smith was great. You also had Vivica Fox, who plays like his girlfriend in this. She was terrific. I really enjoy this movie. It's a 90s sci-fi classic. It's a sci-fi movie that still holds up today. They, of course, did a sequel a couple years later called Independence Day Resurgence. That movie sucked, but the first Independence Day was the best. The White House scene is iconic. Yeah, I really enjoyed Independence Day, and it's a shame that that Will Smith didn't reprise his role for the sequel. But you know what? After seeing the sequel, I'm glad he said yes to Suicide Squad instead of Independence Day Resurgence, because, oh god, that movie is so terrible. But the first Independence Day is simply the best. It's just really fun to watch, and if you guys have never seen the first Independence Day, watch it. Definitely check out the first film. You don't even need to bother with the sequel, because the sequel was dog doo-doo. Like, that movie was not good at all. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for my favorite Will Smith movies. Alright, here's my quick rundown. Number 10, I, Robot. 9, Suicide Squad. 8, Ali. 7, Hitch. 6, Hancock. 5, The Pursuit of Happiness. 4, I Am Legend. 3, Bad Boys. 2, Men in Black. 1, Independence Day. Now, Will Smith has done loads of other stuff over the years. Most recent, of course, his best role is known as, he's best known for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's an iconic TV sitcom on its own right. Let's see, other stuff he was in, 7 Pounds, which wasn't that good of a film, but Will Smith was actually good in it. Focus, which also had Margot Robbie, was pretty good. He was in the Netflix movie Bright, which sucked. He was in Collateral Beauty, which was alright. Concussion was pretty good. He was in probably one of his worst movies is After Earth. Then after that is his other worst movie is Wild Wild West. Shark Tale, which I kind of enjoyed Shark Tale. Like I say, he produced the remake of Karate Kid. His first feature was the movie 6 Degrees of Separation with Donna Sutherland. That was okay. Legend of Bagger Vance was a good one. He was also in Winter's Tale, which sucked. He has a few other movies I'm actually looking forward to see. Like the anime movie Spies in Disguise I'm looking forward to watch. Gemini Man, where he plays two parts in that. Of course, Bad Boys for Life comes out. Yes, Of course, he has Bright 2 coming. Yeah, Will Smith he's just the best. And yeah, I'm a big Will Smith fan. I think the guy is just, I think he's a terrific actor. He's a great music artist. He's one major reason why I'm looking forward for Aladdin. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me leave you guys. What are some of your favorite Will Smith movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Tom Sells signing off.